They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
It's a second down run with Sanders. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a first down carry for Harris. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down, it's Harris, and he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll let the fullback try and pick it up. This is Anthony Sherman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jayon Brown leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And it's taken in at the 9. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Switch up. Switch up. No, Mike 51. Mike 51. Cut up.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That one complete. He finds Shark.
Bridgewater's pass complete to DJ Shark.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Bridgewater. Goodwin able to haul it in. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. They start on the ground here at Sanders. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing on 2nd down, Bridgewater. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Back in the 1st quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about it in the 1st quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Dante Fowler in on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw, Bridgewater. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. First down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Well, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Man open. It's Goodwin. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They stop short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. I don't care if you're taking it in round one, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now, this has not been his game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. It got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's going to let this go in, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And an alley to run. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Bridgewater to throw it. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Single slot. Watch everybody.
Bridgewater on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now a throw here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Bridgewater. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. They'll try to run with Hunt. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but now it's 3rd and goal. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down. At the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Taylor. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Taylor. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, team! It's going to be a long day, offense!
They go play action here on 1st down. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Bridgewater again to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? To throw is Bridgewater. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Right back to Sanders on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Taylor. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Christian Wilkins able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack.
They're not ready for this. They still playing suck. Y'all playing the wrong one.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
But how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And Thomas has it. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been excellent, 6 for 7. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
After the interception, here's Taylor. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To try again after the sack. Taylor complete to Hilton. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. T.Y. Hilton. 83 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Let's go for it. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Throwing here, Bridgewater. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Taylor hit. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Taylor to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Taylor, he's going to let it fly. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 4th down, here's Taylor. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air one out. That's going to be caught. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 40 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the start as the wind gets them back. They fall to defeat for the 2nd.